Okay, so time to do Server 2019 Active Directory. Me going to 10 gig. I had a couple issues. I mean, it takes a while for me to get each of my VMs working on the 10 gig connection. I was like, you know what? Active Directory's screwed up. So let me just go ahead and it was AD 2016. Let's go ahead and do 2019. So I have a VM and it's right here. So let's take a look. All right. So as we see, 2019 still in a normal domain. So I gave it a static IP. Also for the 10 gig network, 10.6.1.200. This is a virtual. This is a physical box. So it's my server 2019 file server. So I can get to it. So I know the network is working outside the ESXi box to my other box. So we're good there. So first we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start with, for us to do Active Directory, the first thing we want to make sure is that we have our network set up. Now, I have a 1 gig network tied in so I can get out to the web if I need to through my wireless router and everything, but I keep it disabled because I have the 10 gig set up to a 10 gig switch and that only stays all on its own network. So if we come in here, we see 10.6.1.200 to Class A, and we're giving itself a preferred DNS because this is also going to be the DNS DHCP server as well. We're going to fully replace the other AD server. All right, so we have the network set, and as we saw, I was able to ping another box, so I know this is good. All right, let's go ahead and add the role. So we're come in, give it a second to go, manage, add servers, roles and features, next, role based, continue through. We need Active Directory domain services. As you see, ADDS uses domain controllers, giving network users access to resources. So, well, let's go ahead and check it off. All right, so it's going to add tools for us. So we're good there. We'll add the features. We don't need certificate services. I've never used any of these. Enable browser-based web SSO. Let's see, provides a store for application-specific data. Yeah, I have no need for that, especially right now. Information, so we're just going to keep what we have there. Now, does have, all right, my son plays games on my rig, so let's shut Discord down. So I'll keep getting those pop-ups. So DNS and DHCP right above it. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and go next. We're going to leave everything else here. Server 2019 did away with the Essentials, Windows Essential role, which I really liked. It was good for a small network like this. And you can look through the different things, see if you want to add anything else. We're going to hit next. All right. Hit next. Next. DHCP server. Next. All right. We're going to go ahead and restart it automatically if need be and say install. Now, because we chose those three, it's going to take a little while. And I'm going to go ahead and pause this until that point, and I won't move from anywhere else from there. So hold on. Okay, we're back. So it says it's done. Now, it was supposed to reboot if it needed to, and it did not. So we're not going to reboot either. All right. Well, let's take a look here. We see. All right, Active Directory users and computers. I mean, we're not done yet. I know we are not. DHCP, DNS, so let's do this. Pin to start, Active Directory users and computers, pin to start. I also like making one that has all these three in it, one MMC. That way you can uh, administer all three from the one location. But we're going to make sure they're working first. So let's click DNS. All right. Yep. Say can't click anything, nothing going. So we're going to have to do a reboot. Just give a nice sanity reboot, see what we got going on. Okay, let's log back in. Let's see. Okay, sorry about that loud sound. I had to pause the recording because my son came downstairs. He's sick, and I had to give him some medicine. And when I went to unpause it, I noticed the little audio thingy right here in Camtasia was not bouncing. And I'm like, hello, and nothing was going. So I was playing around. Anyway, so let's get back to this. So, all right, so now we have these guys are here. Let's go DNS. Take a look. All right, so let's go DNS over here. Okay, now it looks a little better. Okay. We're not going to set this up yet. We're not done with Active Directory. All right, let's take a look at DHCP server. Configuration required. Let's come up here. Okay. Promote this to a domain controller. We still have some DHCP server. We're just going to go ahead and do the domain controller piece first. Okay. Add a domain controller. Domain. testlab.local. Let's do go ahead and log in. Next. Okay. Alright. Hope this doesn't take long. It would probably help if I paid attention. Add a domain controller to an existing domain. Add a new domain to an existing forest. Add a new forest. Alright. Let's do this right. Okay. Next. Let's see. Alright, well, obviously I'm not paying attention here. Let's do this. Cancel. Actually, want to cancel wizard? No. Alright, never mind. Alright, so domain function. Alright, still. What do we got going on here? Alright, I'm going to cancel this and restart over. Hold on. Okay, so actually what I did was I hit cancel. I came back in here to take a peek, and it did add new forest, testlab.local, went through. It did come up. It's interesting. Function level, it takes a minute here, but it will go. But on this drop down, 2016 is still the latest. Alright, you see a little bar, very faint. There it goes. So let's give her a minute. Okay, so see, you can still go back to 2008 up to 2016. That's it. There's no 2019. Gonna leave these alone. Put password in. Next. Okay, create DNS delegation. All right. It's not letting us. All right, we'll just go ahead and next through for now. Give her a minute. All right, so it popped in here, test lab. Next. Alright, we'll go ahead and next. Okay, DNS server, yes. Create delegation says no. I don't like that. Let's go back. It's not letting me. Okay, show more. Okay. Cannot be created because authoritative parents and cannot be found. Alright, we didn't even configure DNS at all. Not sure. Let's see. If we leave it there, go ahead and jump over to DNS real quick. Alright, new zone, primary zone, test lab.local, create a new file, do not allow dynamic, you must update manually. Alright, we'll just go leave it like that for now. Okay, so here we go. So, hopefully that's all we need. Let's see. If we go previous and we say next, will it? It's still not going to. So I'm most likely going to cancel here because at the end it's DNS delegation. No, I'm going to say cancel. Redo it again. I like when it does a lot of this stuff for you, mainly because it'll configure certain areas the way it wants it. So test lab.local. Alright. We're back at this spot, waiting for this to go. Alright, let's put our password in here. Still not letting me. Oh well, whatever. Next. We know this will fill out. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll hit next. Next. Now we got our script. Next. Okay. Let's see. It's verifying. Alright. Now, so default security setting name, delegation. Okay, all prerequisites pass. So let's go ahead and install. Alright. For information, go here. So I don't care, whatever. So this is installing, and I actually did a video on the server 2016 one, and looking through this, I had the same exact thing. Delegation for this DNS server cannot be created. So, but during it, it also installed DNS. And we already have the role DNS and DHCP installed, so hopefully it will still go in and tweak it. It says starting, we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and pause this. Not just going to let you sit here and watch a scrolling bar for a couple words. Anything comes up I have to click on, I will show you. You obviously see I show you when I fumble and when I don't. So anyway, down here I got Netflix. I'm going to go ahead and continue watching my show, and we'll be right back. Okay, forced reboot's going. Okay, dark matter will have to wait. Alright, so we're back. So that looks nice. Test lab administrator. So let's take a quick rundown look. Alright, Active Directory users and computers. That looks good. Computers, we have none. Domain controllers, we should have this one, which we do. No users. Well, none that we've added. Alright. While we're here, new user Jeff. password, can't change. Oh, don't do the last one. Alright, finish. Go in. Member of administrators. Ah, it didn't refresh a second there. Alright. There we go. So now we have a backup account to get in. Let's take a look. DNS. Alright, so we don't have, let's see. Alright, hopefully all that'll work. So let's see. DHCP. See how I was saying? Yeah, see how you have to open up each one. Alright, right, so DHCP isn't even set up. So what I like doing, I close all that out. MMC, action, see file, add remove snap-in, DHCP, DNS, and Active Directory users and computers. File, save as, test, lab, desktop, save. There we go. So now, from here, we have everything here. Okay, so let's go ahead and back out. Let's get the DHCP going real quick. We're not going to do IP6. So let's come in, server options, no, policies. Authorize. Hit F5. Okay, IP6 automatically is enabled by default. Okay. New scope. We're going to do 10 gigabyte. Alright, starting address. So I did 200 and up for servers. This server, the AD server is 200. And I'm doing .5, 345 up to 10 on my physical. So we'll do 10.6.1.100. We'll just do a typical class A for that. Okay. Cannot contain IP multi. Configure, enter range of address. Oh, duh. 10.6.1. We're not going to have many, but we'll still do 199. Okay. Let's see. Add exceptions and delay. No. Duration 8 days is fine. Configure optional router. We will just do what my wireless network is. Well, my other network. Just to have it for now. Alright. Parent domain. No wins. Activate now, yes. Okay. Now, to test this out, what I like doing, well, first of all, we got more than just one thing to do with this, is let me bring up my Windows 10 box. Okay, bringing up console now, slide it over to this monitor, or for some reason they minimize, and it's still in the other. Okay. So, I was playing around earlier, testing out, for some reason in VMs I'm not getting a full 10 gig. Long story short, but we're going to move on. So the first thing we're going to do is, I also upgraded VM tools, hoping that would possibly do it as well. But for now, let's join the new domain. This was a member of a domain before. We got to change the name of the host too. Alright. I like doing it all from this window. Change. Oh, it's a member workgroup. Good. Change. Okay. We're going to call this lab admin. So it's my test lab admin station. May not let me do this, because we most likely don't have an IP from this network. and DNS and everything else. So let's do right 10.66.1 all. Okay. Let's see. 10.61 subnet mask default gateway. DHCP enabled? No. Well, that's interesting. Sorry, you're playing catch up on my end of my network settings. Okay. Properties. IP4. Wow, I did use 100 already. Okay. Set it back to DHCP. 10 gigabyte. Alright. Boom. DHCP enabled. Yes. Testlab.local. See, already looking good. .102. Now, what I like doing, if you've seen my other videos, is I like DHCP even on servers, not the domain controller, because what happens is this. If we come, I don't think we'll have anything here yet. We do not. But up here, under the scope, you'll have address leases. We can already see who grabbed leases. So that's this guy. I don't want to keep that yet. Let's do this. Lab admin. Let's come back to system. Try this again. Alright. We're going to leave this in a work group. We're going to change computer name. And restart. When it comes up, what I'm going to do, what I like doing is I like taking, say I just didn't want this listed like this, but I'll right click and I'll add the reservation. So that way going forward, anytime I have to rebuild this machine, that MAC address is tied in and we're good to go. Alright, so we have some scope options already set. Address pool and lease. Alright. So let's let this thing come up. Oh, setup. And this was another thing, I have no clue why that's like that, but let's do, this isn't a member of the domain yet. You know what, this is an admin account. Okay. Alright, we're in. Still have our 102. Alright, well, you know, we can also do system, oh, if we spell it right. System information, wrong one. System configuration. Yeah, see, whatever. Do it the way I'm used to it. The long way. It is a little long, but because I always put it over here. System info. That was it. Okay, so to activate Windows, but lab admin, change, test lab. Oh, you know what? DNS, because we didn't have DNS pre-set up during the AD implementation. Come down here. Yeah, see, it's not there. So come over here. Ping testlab.local. See? Okay. Let's do. Let's see. I don't know. Should be an alias. I'll do that. No, because testlab.local.local now. Let's do just host. See? Hold on. Maybe I'm going about this wrong. Okay. Change adapter settings. Come in here, here. CRP. Here's our server. For DNS server. I still like 200 advanced. And register. Here we go. Okay. Hopefully that just took. And no. Just do a quick restart. Alright. Okay, I wasn't going to just have it go hours and hours, but actually only took a couple minutes. So when I come down here to my forward lookup zone, a few things I noticed. One, I had 2k19.dc. I came in here, added testlab.local. And when you do, just hit OK, and it adds it. I had the same thing here. So I hit edit, and I added the .testlab.local and hit resolve. This turn, the IP wasn't here. It came up, said OK. And then on top of it, for this, it was easy. Host record, don't give it a name. Use parent domain if blank. Well, that's what we're trying to ping, is testlab.local. I just gave it the IP of this server. And there we go. So if we go over to our admin box, there we go. Now we can ping. So now I should be able to come over here, or not. All right, because of everything, let's go ahead, do one more reboot. And while that's rebooting, address lease, that's still sitting there. Hit F5. There we go, lab admin, add to reservation. I got the reservations, there we go. And it'll always be here. Okay. And it shows right here it's a reservation. Alright. VMs are fairly quick. It's running off an SSD drive. Not sure how much memory I gave this one. It's not too bad. Hello, we have no keyboard. There we go. And caps lock's on. Okay. Alright, we're back in. Let's try system info. Nope, takes up Bing. Alright. Okay, 8 gig of RAM, there we go. And 2 processors. I wonder if it's because no activation. Test lab.local. Alright. Domain test name does not exist. Alright. Alright, I'm going to fumble through it. I'm going to redo the DNS side. Mainly because I don't like, there's stuff missing here. So under forward lookup zone, you should have another underscore MSDCS dot and then this. And when you click on testlab.local, I'm missing items here as well. The reason why I know that is on my other monitor, I'm looking at my old DHCP and DNS from 2016. So let's see, what can we do? Can we just delete it? Yes, we can. Did I break it? Who knows? Okay. So let's do this. Configure, create new zone. Primary zone. Select how you want zone. Data replicated. Well, I gotta have one, but zone name testlab.local. Only allows secure dynamic updates like both non-secure. I think this is what we had during the install of AD. This option is available only to Active Directory integrated zones. It's also security vulnerability, blah, blah, blah. Alright, we'll just go. Alright. I still have the same thing. Let's restart. Alright, so let's do something here first. So this thing's still not going to see it. Nope, still not seeing it. But let's do this. Okay. Register DNS. Alright, my oldest son, his friends broke down, so I had to go get my jump box. Alright, let's do this. Come over here, and we will do run elevated. That's got me thinking something else, but I think we're good. But config, register DNS. While that's going, let's take a look at the server. Let's do control panel. Yeah, it was already here. I always change it to small icons. Okay, that's there. And the other thing I would have done would have been firewall off, so that's not an issue. However, this lab admin may be. Alright. Okay, so we're going to let this sit for a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to let everything sit and settle. We'll be back. Alright, that's what it was. Need to take a little bit. Just had to sit and go, just recreate the same exact thing. Alright, so now it's asking me for username. So we will use Jeff now. Make sure I have rights there. Username and password is incorrect. Test lab local. Test lab.local. Jeff. Alright. Sweet. Okay. Got our first machine join. So, this is pretty much the end of this video. But what we should have here, hit F5. Oh yeah, look, everything popped. I said there was a lot more to come. Lab admin populated, which is good. Come up here, we have our reservation. And then down here in Active Directory, we should have our computer. Now, typically, with hacks and everything, you don't want to use the default folders, so organizational unit, we'll call it lab workstations. Okay, and we will take this guy, move him out here. Domain control, because we have no GPOs set up, so it's no big deal. Domain controller can stay. Something else I'd like to show you real quick. In Active Directory, when you do a find, you do for a computer, which is going to clear, lab, hit find. There's our machine, right? And you're like, oh, cool, okay. Let's say you got a huge AD structure. A lot of people don't know. You can't do it from this window. You have to do it from the find window. Edit, see view, choose columns. You want publish that. If you add that, boom, there you go. Now you know exactly where it is. You can follow it a little easier. You can also move from these locations. So that's that. Hopefully, I know someone was requesting a video on Active Directory. This was Active Directory, DNS, DHCP with slight hiccups. I recommend you do not install the DHCP and DNS during the AD. Just do AD. Walk it through. It'll install DNS and then configure from there. Hopefully that helped, and have a good one.